It's Sunday morning, fine and sunny. Yesterday wasn't so much. We had something like 86 millimetres of rain yesterday. So even so, the solar panel managed to charge up the batteries fully on both systems. That was good. But I've got my replacement curly hoses for over at the fish bench, so I'll go and put those on. I've got two on. The third one can wait till we get the straight longer hose for the back toilet over there, which is where that one has gone. Believe me, it'll be thoroughly cleaned before it comes back. Yeah, so that's all good. Now I go inside and check whether there's any visitors to the glue trap inside the door. Oh, no customers yet. It's just after 10 on a Sunday morning, and while I was out there I was thinking, don't think I'd like to be out here very long, feels a bit warm. I come back here and look at the weather station, it says, yep, feels like 43.9. It's come down a little bit. It was 44.2 before. Yeah, thank goodness for air conditioning. So thank goodness didn't really sit well with me. So I did a little bit of quick research, and I said I should be thanking James Harrison, who was a Scottish-Australian inventor who in 1856 patented the first vapor compression refrigeration system. And I should thank Willis Carrier, who was an American inventor who in 1902 produced the first refrigerated air conditioning unit. So thank you, James and Willis, for allowing me to live in a bit more comfort here in Indonesia. They're back already. The family all went off to the beach to where my deceased father-in-law's grave is, to visit that, but of course it's raining, so they came back a bit early rather than going to the beach to go swimming. But I've been watching Guardians of the Galaxy in ultra high HD, and had the volume turned well up. I'll probably get told to turn it down now. Had a bit of a crisis here this morning. This thing stopped outputting power at 40 minutes past midnight, and came out here about 6 to play with buttons, and nothing I could do would make it come good. So put a call in with Solar Power Indonesia, and Thomas was on the job, and he told me, okay, let's try it with all the load off it. So I switched off that main switch that goes between here and the switchboard inside, and after a while he's got it to this stage where it says yes, okay, I'm importing power. So I got 4800 watts there and 3500 watts there from the two sides of the roof, and currently the battery is at, well, I can read that but you might be able to. It says it's currently at 32.1%, so it's coming up. So I'm waiting to get a message from him saying it's okay to put the load back on. But yeah, we've got extension cords run all over the place for fridges to be plugged into indoor outlets. So I'm sure our power meter from the PLN is whizzing round, because we put 3 fridges and the washing machine on extension cords, and yeah, not happy. If the PLN had an outage, which is not uncommon, I'd be a bit distressed at this point, because the AC inside in the lounge room's on the PLN, so that's still working. So I was able to sit there and just play with my mobile phone to play games or whatever. I was about to go and get my Kindle and start reading a book, but without computers I'm a bit sort of dead in the water. Well, these Selectronic units are incredibly complex, and there's a lot of different controls you can tweak internally, and settings you can make and things you can program. And two of the settings came into conflict apparently, from what Thomas from Solar Power Indonesia was telling me. So he's resolved that now. So I guess it's a matter of seeing what crops up another time. It's been running quite happily for a while. You can see that we're almost charged up again from the green LEDs. There's only one to go. If I look on the thing here, I can tell you it says currently 78.1%. But it's got 5 kilowatts coming from the north solar panels and 3.7 kilowatts coming from the south solar panels on the house. But yeah, very, very complex devices, also very expensive. I don't know if I've said before, but between this setup, the 3-phase equivalent over the shed, plus the gen set, I'm around 220,000 Australian dollars. So it's horrendously expensive, but hopefully it's good quality as well, as long as we can iron out the bugs like the conflicting settings. But the Solar Power Indonesia team are pretty good, and Jabita's using a clothes dryer. She likes to do that because that avoids ironing. They come out without wrinkles. And while it's sunny like this, yeah, it doesn't matter, that thing's sucking power, but we're still doing well. But yeah, so crisis averted on this thing. But I'd still like to know what this guy does. This is bypass. So there's inverter, and so if you switch it up, it should be getting the power from somewhere else instead of the inverter. As far as I'm concerned, that should be getting power from the shed back on 2 and connecting that to the house instead of this guy. But that isn't what was happening. I tried that earlier. So I've asked Thomas if he's got a schematic somewhere that they can have a look at and tell me what I should be doing versus what it is doing. And maybe if they're in the vicinity sometime, come and have a look at this and sort it out. But that's an unlikely thing. There's not much in this area in the way of demand for systems like this, because yeah, we're talking about if you're paying somebody 100,000 rupiah a day, which is about $10 for their labour. The total of this stuff here represents 22,000 man days. If you look at it, the 22,000 days is enough years to be a full lifetime. So the people around here will not make enough money in a lifetime by the time they have to live off that. So it's only madmen like me who spend the money on these things. And I can tell you at 2 o'clock this morning I was questioning my wisdom. But when it's working, it's a lifesaver. Because without this I wouldn't have backup for the Publik network, which powers the air conditioners to keep me alive. As I've shown you, it feels like temperatures here before in excess of 50 degrees. That I don't think I would survive for terribly long. It's pretty hard going, and I'm actually breaking a sweat just standing here now. So I think I'll go inside and find out just how warm it is. And there's the answer. Currently 32.1, feels like 47. With a humidity of 85%. Yeah. Tough going for people like me. When I was referring to feels like temperatures over 50 earlier, I wasn't referring to earlier in this video, it was earlier in other videos. But I can show you that, what do we got here? We've got, this is the heat index, which is the same as feels like as far as I know. So we've peaked this year at 52.4, and this month at what, 47.9. So yeah, pretty warm. Well, it's about 6 p.m. now, and that means it'll be dark soon. We went to Padambang this afternoon, and on the way there and back there was lots of people out there harvesting rice, threshing rice and planting rice. So some are planting before the others have finished their harvest. So let's have a look over the back here to see how far we've advanced over here. It's probably planted by now. Yep. So the first 3 here are planted. A few more over there to be planted yet. But as you can see, there's been plenty of rain. You may be able to hear there's plenty of frogs. And there's bound to be plenty of mosquitoes. So I won't be out here long. But I can hear the roar of traffic, sounds like in the distance. It could be Padambang. Padambang is about 4 kilometres that way. And it could be work on the toll road. Don't know. Up there on the east end of the shed is a daylight night and day switch. So you can see there it's that semi-cubical white thing with the blue top. That's going to decide it's dark soon and turn on the outside lighting for the shed and the gazebo. There we go, does the job. I'll go home now before Jabida discovers I'm out and I get in trouble. You can see by the clouds that the sun is not quite down yet, but we get very, very short twilight in the tropics. Since the kids didn't get to go to the beach yesterday, not yesterday, but the other day when it was raining, they're having a retry today, so everybody's gathering, and eventually they'll go and load up in Azra's truck and head off to the beach to go for a swim, or for the kids to go for a swim. So I'm left at home on my own with just sister-in-law and another sister-in-law, and I'll probably just be inside uploading videos and leaving it at that.